I always enjoy my chats with this man. He plays the role of Negan in The Walking Dead. The show's currently in season 11, the final season. This current season is airing in 3 parts. The second and third parts airing in the next calendar year. 9 p.m. Eastern, Sundays on AMC. A diehard member of the 12s of the Seattle Seahawks, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, back here on the Rich Eisen Show on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line. How are you, Jeffrey?
Hey, Rich. I'm good, man. Good to hear you.
Good to speak with you as well.
Yeah, I wish I could, be there with you, for God's sake.
Right back
it's been
at
a couple
you.
Years now.
I know, but hey, at least we're moving hopefully closer in the area code of the right direction, and just seeing fans back at, let's
knock wood.
Knock wood on that.
Knock wood.
Exactly. But seeing fans back in Seattle, the 12s back in the building, it was pretty cool to see. How did you take in the home opener of this past weekend?
I watched it, but the Seahawks they called and invited me to the game, and I would have loved to have gone, but I'm one of those guys that still I'm being real careful still. I'm doing my part. It makes me nervous. As great as it was seeing the fans there, although we f***ing lost. Oh, sorry, we lost.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Well, I started the show by saying Derrick Henry is the football Lucille. Pretty much.
Oh my God! Right?
And they kept swinging it.
Saving grace. He's on my fantasy team, so that was the only saving grace.
Because you, as a Seahawk fan, would be like, enough already. But you, as the fantasy fan, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever that they keep swinging that bat.
I would much rather be losing my fantasy than having the Seahawks win. But he killed us. That second half was brutal. I'm still lamenting all of it. I have a tendency to rerun the game in my brain, and that was a long night that night.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you're aware. There was a statistic that would have been a first had the Seahawks won. That there's never been a division that started all 2-0, and not only that, there's never been a.
I did know that, and that's the thing with this division. You can't afford to lose. I mean, you just can't, especially a non-division game. It hurt. It hurt, and we knew going in that. I mean, I can look at the damn schedule. I can see who everybody's playing, and it didn't look good. And it doesn't look great this weekend, with the exception of one, I think, maybe tight game, but and ours. And the Seahawks, they don't step on the throat. They can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm saying this hoping to inspire the Seahawks.
No. I know. It's just that there does. I don't know that was a game, for the lack of a better phrase, back in the day. That would be a wrap. 30-16 at home is a wrap. That's a wrap.
Yeah,
you have no chance.
I read something that anytime we have a 14-point lead at halftime, much less the fourth quarter, we haven't ever lost in the Pete Carroll era, which has been a while.
It has.
And at home opener, we'd won 13 in a row. So that's a hit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it and say, we're going to be okay, because I don't know.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan here on the Rich Eisen Show. And as you point out, though, you're right. I mean, look, you got to keep winning games. Certainly since Arizona goes to Tennessee and they put their foot down on top of Derrick Henry and never let him off. And then the Titans go to your house and he just goes off in the second half, just runs right through. So you can't even sit here and say, well,
we held him to 56 yards, I think, in the first half.
That was it.
Looking okay.
Mm-hmm.
But oh God, I'm Bobby Wagner got 20 solo tackles.
He's incredible
in that game, and incredible. And he's the greatest. But that shouldn't happen either. I don't think that's a great stat. Where's the rest of our defense? We'll see. I'm nervous about this year, and I was going in, and I am now, and we'll see how Shane Waldron works out. I thought the first game looked a lot better than the second game.
Yeah.
I thought last week we kind of fell into the trap of last year. Oh man, Rich, I don't know.
I know.
I'm nervous as hell though.
I know. Certainly, since the Minnesota team coming up next, they're 0-2. Their backs are against the proverbial wall.
Yeah, and they're not bad. I mean, the 0-2 isn't a good kind of representation of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect them to be really good at home this game.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan here on the Rich Eisen Show.
It's not getting easier.
Who else is on your fantasy
I
team?
think after that, we're playing, 2 division games, and I mean, like 3 games in a row that are just sweaty, that are toss-up games.
Who else is on your fantasy team? I assume you won.
I got Justin Herbert playing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I got Lockett, which has been awesome. He's been on fire.
Yep.
I got the Niners defense.
Well, you must have won last week.
Kind of just trading some people back and forth. I'm 2-0 so far in my fantasy league, which is the Walking Dead fantasy league.
Oh, I was about to ask you. Who else is in it from the show that we would know?
You got some of the cast, some of the crew. The crew guys are the ones that make me nervous. The cast, I feel like I got a good grip on. Seth, who plays Eugene, he's who I got this week. Kari, who's King Ezekiel, I beat him week 1. But it's the crew guys and a couple of the crew gals that are actually like making the point.
Okay.
They're the smart ones.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's your team name, since this is a Walking Dead fantasy league?
It was, I think we're in a Yahoo league, and it's whatever they gave me. So it's Jeffrey D. Morgan's nice team.
You could.
And I don't know anything about computers, and I've tried to change it like 100 times, and I can't do it.
So it's Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's pretty tame.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's nice team. So Negan's team is Jeffrey
Dean Morgan's nice team or Jeffrey Dean Morgan's really nice team. And they assigned these to me at the beginning of the year, and I can't figure out how to make it something cooler. Everybody else has got cooler names except for me. So I don't
My
know.
gosh.
They won't help me. They're like, no, dude, you're just going to stay that guy.
Brockman, we got to help him out. What does he got to do here?
Yeah, so Jeffrey, in Yahoo, under my team, there's a little subset that says roster, watch list, team log, edit team info. Yeah. And if you go to edit team info, you can change your name under there.
There you go. Edit team info.
So
edit
my team and go to edit.
Yeah, edit team info.
Yep. And then
you can give yourself an avatar. You can change your team name. You can do all that.
Your neighbor Paul. Jeffrey, your neighbor Paul Rudd calls into our show every year and helps us decide our team name, because we'll just say lines throughout the whole year that we think could be a funny team name. We write them down, and then he chooses. He chose our winning one was Walking Ibuprofen. He chose that one, which I think was in reference to Ben Roethlisberger. We call him Walking Ibuprofen.
That's pretty good.
And then for some reason the conversation was about the movie Fatal Attraction, and a fan called in, and he called in and called Glenn Close Glenn What's-Her-Nuts. So you can have that one. Paul discarded that one if you want.
Bad. I kind of like Glenn What's-Her-Nuts.
Please take Glenn What's-Her-Nuts.
We all do.
Please. That would make us so happy.
That is a solid name, and it seems very much within my character realm to say, Glenn What's-Her-Nuts.
Okay.
And that seems like a Negan thing to say.
Yes. So, and you could, it could be.
I mean?
The avatar could be you with Lucille from way back in the day, or whatever from Glenn What's-Her-Nuts' career. You could do that. Could be the avatar.
Glenn What's-Her-Nuts. I don't know if an avatar can even speak to that name. I think that name stands alone.
There you go. So we've given you the name.
Excellent.
But most importantly, the roadmap.
It's going to be on my thing within 10 minutes of us hanging up.
Fantastic. And then we've given you the roadmap on how to actually change this thing. And you could call back if you need any more instructions.
That's the key.
We'll walk you through it.
Then Glenn What's-Her-Nuts is solid. They're going to think Glenn, who I bashed in the head.
Yeah.
Yes. That could be the Glenn.
What's-Her-Nuts. So it's going to call it Stir.
Glenn What's-Her-Nuts.
That's so great. It was right there. That was the fan calling in. Right, Glenn wants to know. Okay, very good. So
I'm going to try to explain how I got this name, and no one's going to buy it. It's like, dude, that's brutal. You're harsh.
it's great. I love it. Let him, soak in on that one.
Spoil themselves.
I love it.
I'm coming.
The Walking Dead, currently in season 11. What can you tell fans about what's to come? Give me something. You got something? A little nugget?
I think you touched on it. It's the last season, and so, trying to wrap up an 11-year program that has been kind of such a iconic show for so long. I don't know how easy of a task that is for our writers and the people well above my pay grade. And I don't know where they're going. Everything's kind of a surprise to me. Every script is something new. So we will see. I'm hoping that Negan is going to survive and continue sort of his road to redemption.
Okay.
But I have a feeling it's never going to be that easy.
Well, as I was
Especially once I say Glenn, what's or not.
Well, just drop that into. So
decide to change whatever the hell they were thinking.
So you're not all in the can then. This is not all shot out and being strung out over.
I'm in the middle of shooting now.
Okay.
We've been shooting since the end of January, and we shoot until March of next year.
Okay, so you don't know how this is being wrapped.
No, I don't.
Do they know? Do the writers in the writers' room know? Do you think?
They say they know. I don't know that I believe them. But they say, the showrunner and the writers say they know. I have no idea. I have asked, and they're not giving me anything other than, the side eye.
So then let's use this platform then. How do you want Negan to finish up? What would you want? Like if you had your druthers at playing this character?
God. One of two ways. Either kind of walking off into the sunset solo or going down swinging, And I don't, who I'm swinging on, I don't think even matters, but I wouldn't be opposed to Negan just crashing the party and ending strong and taking out everybody.
So are you saying let Negan cook? Is that what you're using? Is that what you're saying right now?
Cook. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Let Negan cook. And there's the new T-shirt.
Tweet that out right now.
The owner of Glenn What's Her Nuts says, let Negan cook. That's what he's saying right now.
Let Negan cook.
Yeah.
It's time to unleash him.
That's what I'm just wondering if you could go into the writer's room and just say, let Negan cook. Because look, if you really want to go full football analogy here, like Aaron Rodgers, you should have a say, right? You should have a say in how your character finishes up his career on The Walking Dead.
I would love to. And obviously we've deviated enough from the comics, although in the comics, Negan does survive.
Okay.
No one knows. Well, I don't know if our ending will coincide with how the comics ended because it's kind of so different. We've lost, Rick and Carl and Michonne. Some of the big characters that survived in the comics are no longer with us at this point. So it'll be interesting to see where we go and how we end this. I think the fans will dig it, and that's kind of the key.
It sure is. No question about it.
Cook. The fans will really like it.
There you go. Let Negan cook. At JD Morgan on Twitter, at Jeffrey Dean Morgan on Instagram. Show's currently in season 11, final season. Second and third parts of season 11 will air next year. They're being shot as we speak. Walking Dead airing Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern on AMC. So that's the nuts and bolts of the promotion. But let's really focus on what's most important. What is it again? What does he got to do? He's got to go to the edit team settings on, what is it again, Chris?
Yeah, my team, and then down to edit team info.
Let's go to my team and then the edit settings.
Edit
and
team
then,
info.
The team something or other.
Glenn What's Her Nuts. Glenn What's Her Nuts. Yeah, that's it.
Glenn What's Her Nuts.
There you go.
Within 5 minutes.
You're welcome.
That's going to be
there. You go. You're welcome, Jeffrey. Don't even say thank you. It's already understood.
Thank you, Rich and Paul and crew.
You got it. You take care. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, everybody, from The Walking Dead. He says he wants Negan to cook. Let Negan cook.
I think Negan is going to cook.
He wants to go down swinging. And as he said, it doesn't matter who he's swinging at.
Love it.
I'll be honest. That's how Derrick Henry operated in the second half.
Okay, Rich. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, a man of his word, less than 5 minutes, just tweeted at us, Glenn What's-Her-Nuts.
There you go.
His new team name on Yahoo.
Oh, fantastic.
Now, do we reach back to him and say Glenn Close is spelled with two
Two
N's?
N's, right.
But Glenn, Glenn from Walking Dead is with one N. Yeah,
Perfect.
so-
Perfect. Just leave
Perfect.
it. Just leave it.
Perfect.
So now our mentions are just filled with Walking Dead fans thinking that he's trolling the dude that he killed on the show.
Well, but we knew that was going to happen.
Right, right.
So,
That is fantastic.
Bravo.
I mean,
Pretty amazing.
Oh, this is amazing.
great.
This is really, I'll be honest with you. We've been on the air almost 7 full years. This is one of our finest moments.
People helping people, Rich.
People helping people.
Rich Eisen Show Consulting.
That's it. RES Consulting. We made it
That's
so better.
Today we earned our money.
can we get our business cards? And I'm talking like business cards that would make Patrick Bateman blush. That's what we need for RES
A
Consulting.
nice bone
A nice bone with the raised.
with the little water.
yeah,
Got it.
Little watermark.
RES
Let's do it.
Consulting.
Let's do it.
We make your life better.
There it
Look
is.
at that.
Well, we have to use this photo.
Of us as the
Yes.
Anchorman crew.
That's on the.
I love it. Look, whenever if you need
Why does
casting
Brockman
help,
have so much chest hair?
Well, spoiler alert, I really have that much chest hair.
It's perfect. It's perfect
And
casting.
I look like that in a suit.
It's perfect
So it's
casting. RES Consulting, perfect casting. We came up with the what should be the new cast of the remake of The Bodyguard.
Yep.
If you need a general manager or coaching help, don't spend tens of thousands of
just spend a
dollars,
couple
$100,000. Just
No.
A few thousand.
no. We don't come inexpensively.
Yeah, but we ain't free either.
We're like a
Rich,
fine
you know what I'm
piece of
saying?
Tiffany. If you need help, changing your team name on your fantasy site, you just help them navigate. Literally, this guy could not
He
figure
couldn't figure it out. He
for
couldn't
weeks.
navigate the Yahoo interface.
We told him, and now, boom.
We land the plane like Sully.
Glenn, what's your nuts? We do.
Just call Adam in the
If a
back. He'll take care
seagull
of it.
hits your engine.
We landed.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.